vinyl records have had a major comeback during the past decade. In 2023, people spent $1.2 billion on records, a 20% increase from the previous year. According to a recent study from the Recording Industry Association of America, sales not only increased, but also overtook CD sales for the first time since 1988. Of course, there were a lot less alternatives for listening to music back then, as there were no cell phones or on-demand streaming at the time. Since 2007, record sales have been rising, and figures indicate that the vinyl record industry's recovery has not yet reached its high. More albums were sold last year, 41.3 million, than any year since 1988 in the music business. This comeback is yet one episode in a longer narrative about the rising appeals of older technology. In addition to LP records, other items from the late 1990s and early 2000s that are making a comeback include manual typewriters, board games, and digital cameras. There are several explanations for why records are returning. Most of them neglect the key element of their attractiveness. Why records rather than CD? One theory is that baby boomers, many of whom are now nearing retirement and are keen to take advantage on their nostalgia for their youth, are to blame for the sales rise. Data disprove this hypothesis. First off, modern musicians, not vintage bands, are currently represented on the best-selling vinyl records. Gorillaz, a late 1990s band, was leading the vinyl charts as of the time of publishing. Second, research from the music business reveals that Gen Z, or those born between 1997 and 2012, are the group most likely to purchase an LP record. Another viewpoint holds that CD is affordable. That may have been the case in the past, but vinyl albums nowadays are more expensive. The Gorillaz album, Cracker Island, which is presently dominating the vinyl sales rankings, has a list price of over $22, or double the price of the CD. A $15 monthly subscription to a service like Spotify also offers you access to millions of songs. People claiming that records have greater sound quality than digital audio files is a third factor for the revival. In addition to sampling, most saved audio files and streaming services compress an audio recording's audio data. Compression enables users to listen to streaming services and download more songs to their phones without taking up a lot of data. But compression also gets rid of some noises. Although LP records are not compressed or sampled, playing them repeatedly causes them to snap, crackle, and pop. Additionally, records skip, which doesn't occur with digital music. The highest point of status. I believe that the most possible explanation for the comeback of records was offered more than a century ago by an economist. Thorstein Veblen examined social consumption in the late 1890s and produced an influential book titled The Theory of the Leisure Class. He discussed how purchasing goods is frequently done to increase and convey status. Veblen's central theory is that not everything in life should be bought because it is simple and enjoyable. Sometimes, objects that are more difficult, time-consuming, or unusual provide higher prestige. A cake is a good example. Let's say you volunteer to bring a cake to a party. A cake produced by a bakery may be purchased quickly and will have the ideal appearance. Another option is to bake one at home. Even if it is excellent, it will take hours to prepare and won't look as lovely. However, your friends will brag over the handmade cake while ignoring the perfect ready-made one. Vinyl record possession and playback are becoming status symbols. Playing music is simple today. Simply say what you want to a smart speaker, such as Siri or Alexa, or tap an app on your phone. Turntable record playback requires time and effort. You need money and careful consideration to build your collection. Another attractive piece of living room decor is a record storage cube with a matching record player. Thanks for listening to this episode. Visit our website at musicbusinessguru.co.uk for direct access to our Music Business Encyclopedia, which includes Spotify playlists, artist booking agencies, global publishing companies, talent agencies, and many more useful music industry contacts. Like and subscribe, and let's take your music hustle to the next level.